Hey, church family. It's that time of year when we begin counting down the days until Christmas, the time in which we celebrate the birth of the one who'd be called Emmanuel, God with us. Jesus Christ left heaven and came to earth so that we could know what God is like. Our goal is that as we follow him, we grow to not only know him better, but also to become more and more like him. And yet there's a sense in which no matter how long we walk with God, we'll never fully understand everything about him. In Isaiah 55:9, we're told that, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." And those words remind us that although there are many things about God which we can know because they're revealed to us in his word and through his creation, there are other things we'll never understand because we are finite and he's infinite. We are the creation and he is the creator. And those are the realities that we live with. When God is working in ways we can't understand, we do well to remember that his plan is not to make us comfortable, but rather to make us more like Christ and to conform us to his will. But practically speaking, what do you do when God is working in ways that don't make sense? Ways which to us seem downright illogical. The reality is in life, we have a choice as to where we place our focus. We can focus on ourselves, we can focus on our circumstances, we can focus on other people, or we can focus on God. When you learn to think biblically, which is another way of saying theologically, you focus first on God, regardless of what you want, regardless of the circumstances you are under, regardless of what others say or think, regardless of how you feel. We have the promise that God is at work, working his will in us to mold and shape us into the image of Christ. And that is a lifetime task, our lifetime. So again, what do you do when God is working in ways you can't understand? One thing you can do is to spend less time analyzing God and more time obeying him. You can't control many of the circumstances in your life, but you can control the things that you choose to focus on. There's a great promise in Isaiah 26 that I encourage you to pray and to practice. The promise God gives us is, "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." If you find that all you're thinking about are your problems and your circumstances and your situation, you need to start thinking about something else. And the something else that God calls us to think about is him and his plans and his purposes and his promises for us. Again, Isaiah 26:3 says, "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." I pray that you'll put that into practice and that you'll experience his peace. Amen.